Yo, yes, this is another video of Rings, and I'm here, your host, Neo. Eitara igama ngumpho wakomoletsane, umdawenu tawu usmata. And today we've got another banger for you guys. We'll be talking about our top five duos. And to start us off, let's go, boy.
Must have been the flashing lights. You know she ain't camera shy.
Alright, so guys, just before we get into the top five, I just want to explain to you guys why we're doing the top five video. Last video, we spoke to you guys about player movement and how the landscape of the NBA has changed with now everyone being free agents and moving around. So NBA does not look the same way that it did, and now we have these new dynamic duos, as they are called. Yeah. For me personally, I don't believe in the whole new dynamic duo era. What about you, Sax? You believe in the dynamic duo era?
What do you mean, do I believe in it, dog?
Like the dynamic duo era that's we're going into, like.
But dog, there are duos. For me, I feel like there are duos, but you'll get some that are not as great as others, but they're not all on the same level. But even with those duos, though, I believe that it's just some are there to carry the load, and others are actual legit superstar duos.
Okay.
So yeah, they're duos. Others work within a team, others don't. Like a person like Giannis and Chris Middleton. Yeah, I can see you saying that's a duo, but
It's not a duo. It's
it
not
is
a dynamic duo.
It is.
But yeah,
But it works within the flow of the system. That's what
very
it
much
is for me.
Also for me, like a player like Chris Middleton, when you're talking like the big dynamic, I don't know. This is I'll take a left. People don't see Chris Middleton as a guy, as a guy to put on with your dynamic duo. Then it's like, okay, if we're talking dynamic duo, then you're like, oh, umgangatho uhlile ngomxasithetha ngayo.
They're different.
Yes.
That's why I was trying to explain. But yeah, there are. I believe in them.
Yeah, but I think there's too much emphasis on the two players instead of like with the Bucks. It's my belief is that it's more a system. It's more team play. The Utah Jazz, they have who's this? Donovan Mitchell and Mike Conley. That's not a dynamic duo for me because Gobert comes in and it's now the system that they're gonna play within. Same with
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
every other. No. But like, it's not. It's like you can rate them low as a duo, right? But then as a team, they're actually pretty high. Same as Denver, the Joker and Murray. As them two, you're like, okay, cool. And when you look them, especially when you look at them opposed to other of these dynamic duos, they aren't
As big as
you
stars.
know what I'm saying? But then as a team, as a collective, then you're like, oh, these guys are unreal.
Yeah, that's very true. It's just like Paul George and and Russell Westbrook.
Nah, that was
That-
a duo.
yeah,
that was
that's
but
exactly
the team
what I'm
never
saying.
translated.
Yeah, exactly. That's where I'm going with it.
Yeah. That was more of the team, not. There's no cohesion taps.
Yeah. So
No
you can get the one and the other one, but if you don't have the team chemistry flowing as well. But I think you can't blame the duo itself.
No. I'm not blaming the duo. I'm saying the narrative is pushed so that we believe it's
That
such a
these are only
dynamic duo
people-
thing or whatever.
These are only people that are contributing to the team. Okay,
Like for
I
me,
hear you.
I hate the narrative of duos, but I think it's more that team or that guy with that team, like Giannis and that team. It's like, okay, that's real. Seeing, like, for me, Warriors, it's not a duo, it's the whole collective. There's Draymond Green that you can't forget. Now there's D-Lo that you can't forget. There's certain aspects. No, not saying that he's great, but if D-Lo was in another team, you'd say, oh no, he's part of that duo with Usman Ban. You would put him, but because he's now in
Last year we never said he's in a duo with Karis LeVert.
yeah, because he hadn't become an all-star yet. Now he is an all-star. Now we look at D-Lo differently. Like I'm just saying,
Yeah, but like-
from his Laker days.
It's the same with Chris Middleton's what I'm saying. Like they all stars, but they haven't done enough for you to be like they they're the
not
guy.
perennial all-stars. Yeah.
It's not for
so,
you. That's bad.
Yeah, so we're gonna explain to you guys in another video different tiers of players that we see, and a lot of people say, "Oh no, he's an all-star. No, that guy's a superstar." So we're gonna explain all of that for us, like how we see it, and
I'm
give examples.
not even sure if I understand it, to be honest, and
Is
how
it?
to place people. For me, it's just a matter of if I think they're good enough, and
It
we're
is.
always gonna disagree.
Oh, of course.
And it's just
Of course, there's some guys that I'm gonna call a superstar that someone else will call an all-star.
So,
That's not what we.
okay.
No, but we just giving divisions. That's what the guys. Man, that's what the video is gonna be on. Ieza, otherwise, Ieza. Be on
I'm
the
scared
lookout
of
for
it.
that.
That's the other way. I'm scared of doing that.
Okay,
Let's get into it, man.
but yeah, let's just walk into it. Okay, top 5. Do you want to go give us your number 5?
No, you can start with 5.
You're out here. My number 5. My number 5 has to be the Bucks with Giannis Antetokounmpo and Chris Middleton. It's not a duo. It's
It
not
is.
a dynamic duo.
It is.
That's my number 5. That's because because they aren't really a duo, but I can't leave out Giannis, and that he actually has a chance in the East to get to the finals, and he has a chance, Yeah.
Yeah, I hear you. Weirdly, I didn't even I considered them, but I was like, I just don't. I
You don't see the duo.
I don't see it as a duo, just like you said before. But
That's why I'm saying I don't buy into the hype of duos.
nah, but if you're carrying the load for the team, if you look at Chris Middleton in the playoffs, he wasn't contributing numbers to the team. He wasn't carrying the load with Giannis. So that's why for me it was more like
His game did drop a bit in the playoffs.
Yeah,
his game did drop, but
That's-
throughout the season, all the way out, he was
Yeah.
that guy. He was Giannis's rock. He was the guy who was stretching out the court, help, and whatever. But
he
yeah,
was also Brogdon.
no, yeah.
But okay, yeah, I hear you. That's your choice, man. For me, I'll have to say Ben and Jojo. Ben, if
Who's
Ben-
Jojo? Explain to people who don't know who Jojo. Well, don't know him as Jojo. Yeah,
Well, Joel Embiid. Yeah, that's Joel Embiid.
you forgot his name.
Yeah, mate. Yeah. If Jojo can stay healthy, I think that's gonna be a great duo. And I'm not gonna say I'm excited that Ben is now shooting, but
You don't want to see Ben shooting.
it's not that, dog. I'm sure that the man could shoot before. It's just that he never had confidence in his shot.
Okay.
That's what I think. Like Markel Fultz is the same. He had a shot before, but he knew that he had to get it to the next level.
I don't like speaking about that dude. I don't like speaking about Markel.
Yeah, but okay. let's
No,
go.
because it's so much speculation of what happened to him that I don't like
You don't have
diving
all the
into it.
facts.
Yeah, he was very shady about it. When he was coming into the league, when they asked him in his first press interview what that injury
It's
is,
fine. We're not
so I
even
don't
talking
like
about
speaking
Markel.
about Markel
It's
too
fine.
much.
So it's just niggas can normally shoot. It's just under pressure sometimes, or they don't trust themselves to shoot. So that's what I think it is with Ben. But
You're not worried about their team chemistry? Them two, just them, their
because they
chemistry
both play
together.
down low.
Not even because they play down low, but yeah, because they play down low. Yeah, because of what we see, they clog up the paint. You're not worried about that?
Not so much, man. As much as people will say that Jojo is not a great 3-point shooter, I think he's better than most give him credit for. He just takes it a bit too much sometimes. But I think he can make those shots, man. To be honest. So he can stretch out the court for Ben, and then he can also go down low and he can dump it down to Jojo. If, like, let's say in the clutch, you need to dump it down to Jojo, dump it down to. Yeah. So I think they could work like that.
My issue is not even Joel Embiid stretching out the court, because I think he does that really well. Not
Being assertive of Ben Simmons.
It's just Ben's assertiveness. That's my only
What
issue.
do you mean by him being assertive?
Take it more to the hole. Control the game a little bit more. Like when Joel is out, he loses his assertiveness and the team stops being their team. It's like, fine, he lets Joel take over the game every single time, and he relaxes too much. It's like he doesn't have a motive.
When Joel is playing, or
When Joel is playing, but when Joel is out, it's like, this is my team, let me do everything. Like that 18-game run that they had, not last year, but the year before they went into the playoffs. Philly's first run into the playoffs in a couple of years, when Ben went in, and Joel had the face mask, remember?
Yeah.
2018? 2018, yeah, that was it. So
In
I
the playoffs?
enjoyed, no, just before the
Before.
playoffs, and I think into the playoffs when they were playing Miami. They were playing Miami in the first round, yeah. So him in that 18-game stretch when they were unbeaten or whatever going into the playoffs, I think his assertiveness, his motor was there. He was that guy, you know. And I think when he plays with Ben, he doesn't have that anymore, and that's why.
He plays the Joel.
Yeah, and then when last year when he played against Brooklyn, was it Brooklyn? Yeah, and when they played against Brooklyn, that's why it's like they were looking for Ben, and I understand them trolling Ben, because he really does disappear. Not disappear as to other players, but he's not the guy that we expect he's not playing up to the potential that we expect from him, even without a jump shot. He's never had a jump shot, so it's not something I expect from him. But just play within your style. The guys who play without a jump shot, and that's my only thing with Ben. Yeah, and that.
Okay. Nah, okay, cool. I have nothing to say to that. I can understand it. It's nothing for me. Yeah.
You're number 4, bruh.
Oh, isn't it you now?
You're out in Zamuta Vet and out. No, it's fine. I'll give
No,
mine.
it's fine. It's fine. I can do mine. I really enjoy these guys, but they're not those. They're not superstars. Neither one of them is a superstar, but the one is better than the other. If they could just add one more dynamic part to their game, I rate that they would actually be much better than
what
than
they've been projected out to be.
They're actually rated pretty high after last season.
But better for you.
Yeah,
For you to say,
for
I
me,
know.
for me
I
to
like
be comfortable
them.
with
Okay.
them, to think that they could win something.
Who's this?
CJ and thingy about and Dame Dollar. Like, I just think they need some defense in them. Like, if they can add some defense, it's like for me, it's like a mini Steph and Clay, but no, none of them
Poor
has.
man Steph
yeah,
and Clay.
but none of them has the defense. Like, okay, fine.
Yeah, I think CJ is
just
the
the
taller one,
defense.
and he's only 6'2".
And I really like how if one is not really playing well, the other one can take over. Like there's real respect amongst the two, mutual respect, and just like it's just in the playoffs where Dame, you could see he was a bit injured and he needed some help, and CJ did it. He did it and took them to the finals.
Was Dame injured from that game?
Yeah, he was
From Denver series already.
Yeah, already, dog.
So okay.
Already.
Okay. All right. So when he's talking about that CJ took over, he's talking about the Denver series, that 7-game series where CJ McCollum showed us that he is a high pressure moment player, that he does play in the clutch,
Yes,
and that he can handle it. Okay. Yeah. So for me, I have the boys. Is this only 4, right?
Yeah, but please understand, I still said defense, but yeah, they still need that. That's
Yeah,
the one thing.
I don't want to be too critical of that choice, but for me, it is Russ and Harden at number 4. Russ and Harden, both MVPs. I won't lie, it took me a long time to actually say, oh yeah, Russ and Harden, I like them, because I enjoyed CP and Harden so much more, and I thought them working together, and I'd seen it, and you could see that Harden and CP sometimes, when one takes a break, the other one plays, but I don't know how that now is going to translate with Harden and Russ, because
I think
the court's going to... I thought that Harden was going to help make that court bigger, but Russ is only attacking the paint. No one's scared of Russ's shooting. I would not be scared of Russ shooting.
I don't think it's that big of a deal, to be honest. I think they can play around with each other. Yeah, man. I don't think it's that big of a deal.
Okay.
I think they have different games. So Harden's got that shooting, and we could see that Russ plays off the ball. That's what I wanted to say the whole time.
No, but I also what I've seen from
can
last
defer.
season. Sorry, what I saw last season from Russ was when Paul George went on his run to be MVP, he was able to.
Feed
You know
the
what?
hot hand.
I'll try change my game to try win a chip. Same with Harden. I want in the first season of CP when he was there. It's just circumstances, small circumstances change. When PG got a small injury, then he's like, okay, I'm taking over. Russ was like, okay, I'm taking over, right? Same with Harden. When the other guy when Chris Paul got injured, he's like, okay, I'm taking over, and he took over for the rest of the season going into the playoffs. Same with Russ. Then when he took over, he can't switch it off now, and I hope coming into the season they can both turn it down a little bit and let the other guy play. And they both need it, and I want to see it. That's what I want to see. I want to see Harden and Russ play their bums off to try and win, because they both MVP caliber kind of players, and they're the only two guys in the team who have two MVPs, not just candidates, but actual MVPs. And I'd love to see it. I think they could be great. With PJ, I'm going to PJ. Yes. Ooh, as a corner three's got PJ just playing dirty. I want to see it.
Talking just the dudes.
Harden and no, but I'm just saying Harden and
I
Russ.
hear
That
you.
team's gonna be hot. I'm expecting hot things from there. I'm expecting hotness. Okay. Number 3.
3.
I'll take
Solid.
number 3. For me, I'll go Steph and Clay. I'll go Splash Brothers at number 3. But that's just because of injuries, because of Clay's injuries. I'd have loved to. I'm a big Warriors fan. You guys know this by now. I would have loved to put them way higher because of how they've changed the game, and I'm hoping to see a little bit more of that now KD's gone, and more of that ball movement that we saw in 2015-2016 season. But yeah, Clay's still injured. I'm not sure what I'm going to see this season. There's a lot of doubt. Even in my head, I'm just like, okay, fine. I'm not going to be too optimistic of a fan, so I've got them as low as a 3 for me.
Okay, for me it's the Russ and
Who do
Harden.
you not have?
What do you mean?
I do not know who this guy doesn't have. Okay, Russ and Harden for you are number 3. Okay, who's your number 2?
My number 2.
No, fine. No,
No, it's
no,
fine.
no.
No.
I'll say my number 2 because I'm really interested to find out who's not in your top 5. Oh, who's not in your top 5, Nota? Oh my gosh.
Okay, now I get your question. You'll be mad, but okay.
Nah. My number 2 would have to be Clippers. It have to be the boys from Cliptown, Paul George and who's this guy? Kawhi. What it do, baby? Has to be Kawhi. I love Kawhi. Top 3, somewhere in the top 3. I love Paul George. Top 3. He was in top 3 in the MVP candidate discussion last year before he got injured again. But that's the thing with Paul George. I haven't seen him play as well in the playoffs as he did in
Regular season.
in Indiana. No, just in Indiana, just being able to be having the same explosiveness. Since that injury and moving to the West, and the West being harder, I have not. So the only reason to me they're not number 1 also is because they're not. It's just I'm not too sure of what I'm going to see. Yeah.
For me, it's more of that they do the same things. They both.
And no one's actually a real great playmaker between them two.
Yeah.
That's the other thing, yeah.
And I'm not. And as much as I love Kawhi, I'm not too sure of how clutch he is.
What?
Him in the clutch, it's just.
Are we having hot takes now?
I'm not too sure about it. That's why it's not a hot take. It's
That's
just
hot.
me. It's just when I was watching him against Golden State in the clutch, he would disappear. And when it is the clutch, when it's the last 6 minute stretch,
He's there.
nah, dog.
Was he not there?
No, dog. No, he's not as assertive as I'd like my guy to. He'd get hot. There was the one game where he got hot, and like with 4 minutes left, and then he didn't
Game
get
5.
Yeah, and then he didn't score again. He scored 10 straight points, and then he stopped.
Game
And
5,
then
he
nothing.
went crazy.
But he
there,
had done
close
what
to
he
the
had
catch,
what he had needed
and
to
he
do.
brought those boys
Sharp.
back.
No, Sharp. I get that, but I don't know, man. I need him to hold the game more by the scruff of the neck. Like he's more of he manages the game well. I think he's very poised and he manages the game very well.
Okay.
But
Right, let's go to your number 2.
that is my number 2.
Cliptown.
Yeah.
I want to know who your number 1 is. Who's not there? Who's not there? Oh my gosh. Ah, guys, you guys are definitely disagreeing with this, man. Please, just tell us there in the comments who your guys' top 5 is. I want to know. Let us know where si Pajaze Peach does. Please, nah, Pajaze is strong, ole. Yeah, but I'm not gonna. Okay. My number 1 would be the Los Angeles Lakers with LeBron James.
LeBron James, LeBron James, LeBron James, LeBron James.
I'd go with LeBron James and AD. It's LeBron James. For me, I don't know. It's LeBron. It's,
And AD. If you put the duo together, LeBron's a top
playmaker.
3. Whoever you are, you have to have him in your top 3.
Wherever you have LeBron, he has to be somewhere in your top 3. Yeah, no, I agree with that.
And then you have AD, who's also a top 5 player, top 6 max. And then
We're
from
doing top 10 soon, so you'll find out where they rank in our top 10. Keep being on the watch for that video to drop.
So, just like how I rank them individually, they're the best 2 players to play together.
Yeah, but it's also they fit also works nicely
I've
with the.
not seen they
No.
fit,
No.
guys.
I'm just thinking pick and roll, lobs, defense. AD's defense is crazy, and I don't think anyone's going to run at LeBron and say, "Oh, LeBron's not going to defend me in terms of perimeter defense." Someone on the ball. I think LeBron's off-ball defense is bad, but on the ball, I don't think anyone's going to try to take him off the dribble. It's still scary to say, oh no, I'm going to try to take LeBron James off the dribble. So defensive-wise, and that's how the NBA works, is defense. They have a rim protector in AD like that, and LeBron James. I love me some LeBron James. So I'm not going against that man right there. But in terms of team-wise, and that team matching, and that's a whole different story. You'll have to watch another video and see when we talk about teams and how we see certain teams and who our top 8 are in the West, top 8 in the West, in the East. Yeah, but yeah, man. So who's your number 1?
Same as you. Why are you shocked? No, tell me why you're shocked. Let's speak about this. Why are you shocked?
Ow, that hurts.
You see someone that you know and they ask you how you are, and you just have to say that you're fine when you're not really fine, but you just can't get into it because they would never understand.
It was it.
Wow, sex.
It was it, son. It was it.
Wow. No. No. I guess I understand where you're coming from. I guess I understand where you're coming from. Why you didn't put the Splash Brothers or Golden State in there. Oh. Whew, but it's hard accepting it. I
Oh,
hear
is
you.
that what you meant? No, man. Can I ask you, why didn't you put KD and Kyrie in?
Because they're injured. I'm not going to see them this whole season.
Is Kyrie injured?
No, KD's injured.
So is Clay still healthy?
Yeah, we're going to see Clay later on the season. I know what I'm going to get from Clay Clay's just a jump shooter, and I expect him to still be able to jump shoot in the playoffs.
See, that's just my reasoning for not putting them in. Because the man's going to be injured for most of the season.
I'm gonna see him still in the
Late,
regular. I'm
John,
still gonna
I've
see
had-
him late regular season. I'm
John,
see
my
him
man,
playoffs.
how I'm thinking of it is it's like DeMarcus.
No, that's what I'm saying. I understand what you're saying. I hear it. I understand it. It's just like, whew. I understand why you didn't put him in because of injuries, and that's why I didn't put KD. But I'm not expecting to see anything from KD this coming season. I'm expecting, but also for me, I would put
My
in.
expectations won't be high for
me, they will.
Clay coming off an injury.
Oh, for me,
They won't be
will.
that high.
They were not going to be as
coming
high
from
as they're
the
going
injury.
to be next year. But for me, I don't know. For me, it's like maybe I'm crazy. Maybe I'm just this crazy fan. But I would still put them over Steph and Draymond Green, Ben and Joel Embiid. I'm talking about Steph and Draymond, that tandem, just them two, that tandem, because now they have a D-Low who can shoot. You can't box and one, that janky defense. But I would still, because now you're still gonna play them as more honestly. Now if they have another shooter, I'm not saying he's gonna be as consistent as Clay, but Big Dre goes in.
I get you, man. It's weird for me, man. Draymond can give me what he gave me in 2015, 2016 with those threes, and then he still gives me that defense. Then yeah,
That's what I'm expecting. I'm expecting defensive player of the year.
Hit one of three of the threes, and I'm with you.
I'm expecting defensive player of the year, Draymond, and I'm not saying he's gonna win it, but I'm expecting that kind of performance consistently, and I'm expecting him to push up the pace of the ball to his playmaking back high, and I'm expecting the Draymond that played against the Trailblazers, the one who was actually MVP of that series. I expect that Draymond in this regular season, where people say that the regular season doesn't matter. It didn't matter for them last year, and I'm expecting to see it matter, and I'm expecting them to actually play.
And build up their chemistry.
So I can't. Okay, I guess I can't expect. But wow. Okay, makes sense why you don't have them because of injuries. But I'm still expecting Clay in the playoffs, and with his shooting, lights out, slashing and shooting, and him being able to turn his back on a player like CJ's, on guards like CJ and whatever. He's just gonna eat. It's gonna be food. Even with coming back from an ACL injury, his agility was never that much. It's not going to be impaired. I'm not expecting that much impairment from this injury.
But being injured does affect it. It's just like how in the beginning of the season, how he started off last year, where he was trying to dribble and work on his dribble so that in the playoffs he can play. That affected him and his money in terms of being in the third.
And all NBA.
Yeah.
He wasn't all NBA because he was too streaky in the beginning of the season. No, I understand that, and that's fair criticism that he won't be able to work into the season.
So no.
Yeah, I hear that. That's fair. I'm just not thinking that it's gonna be that big of a deal. I think him having played with Steph and the same team where other guys are learning to play with each other and chemistry the entire time, I think that's going to help. But let's give some notable mentions that we think these duos, or not so much of duos, are going to be that gonna have a real significant impact. You put on two that I wasn't gonna put on, Dame and CJ and Ben and Thingy. Those were gonna be just in my notable mentions. They were never gonna be guys that I was like, oh yeah, no, those guys are. So for me, I had them as like, oh no, that's my notable mentions. But Joker, then the Nuggets. That's another shout out to them. I think they're gonna be huge. Who else?
I don't know.
Boston. They're not gonna have a real duo, but I think
Kemba
Tatum's
and-
gonna come up, and Kemba. Tatum and Kemba. I think that's gonna be they're gonna be a team-oriented guy. I want to see more Gordon
there's
Hayward.
also Jalen Brown. There's Gordon. Like
No, it's a team. That's what I'm saying. I don't buy into this duo mentality.
I feel
this
this
narrative.
especially with Brett Stevens and stuff like that. So Brett Stevens, whatever his name be.
Kyrie and some Karis LeVert, or Kyrie and Jarrett Allen, that blocker.
Jarrett,
I think that it's gonna work well.
it's not a real duo to me.
No, but like people are having.
There are real duos out there still. There's still John Wall and Bradley Beal. They
Are we
just
gonna see them this year? No.
they-
Nah, but when Bradley Beal, he's on the books. John Wall, he's on the books. He's graduating. He chipoza. But anyway, guys, thank you for tuning in to another lovely episode of Rings. Be sure to check out our upcoming episodes. Like again, we said, what did we say was coming up? Our top 10 players. Our top 10, our top teams in the East and West. We just have a lot of crazy content coming your way. Just stick with us. Carry on. Hit that like button. That's what I like seeing. And comment. Spam up the comments. Who's in your top 5 duos?
That's
What do you guys think about duos? Am I crazy and not buying into this duo thing? Or do I have a point? I think I have a point. Bala pa e ne right. Chunivar out here. Bala pa out here ne chunivar. What else? Share this video, guys. Sharing is caring. That's all it is, man. Share the sugar.
Camera shy. Must have been the flashing lights. You know she ain't camera shy.